Oh, guys. I'm really starting to get an irrational hatred for this car. Oh, man. Right. Basically, the other day, well, say the other day, last week, the car's not moved since. I just put it in my garage and give up with it. Went out for a run in the car. I think I was just going to the shop, and when I pulled up, a load of smoke came out my bonnet, like horrifically amount of smoke. I thought my car was on fire. I proper bricked it. So I've obviously turned the car off, jumped out, popped the bonnet, and it looks like I've got an oil leak around the turbo area. You know the turbo I've changed recently? Yeah, the core looks all wet. Great. So I'm hoping it's just something like a washer, like a seal for the oil feed, or maybe the return's leaking and dripping onto the exhaust. Oh, just give me a break. You know what I mean? It's today I've got an inlet for it. I was supposed to be fitting that today, but obviously I'm not doing any performance modifications till I sort that out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jack the car up now. I'm gonna have a look, and then what I'll probably do is I'll spray everything with brake cleaner, and then let the car idle and just see if I can really see where it's coming from. It can't be leaking bad because I parked my car over the garage. It's been sat for almost a week. I pulled the car out of the garage. The floor was bone dry, so it's something that's obviously leaking when it's under pressure. And I've not lost much oil out of the dipstick, like the dipstick level. So I suppose if it's hitting the exhaust, a little drop will smoke loads, won't it? It'll look like a lot, but I just can't believe it. My luck is so bad. But right, I'm gonna get the car in the air and let's have a look. Right then, obviously got the car in the air. Let's have a look here. It does look wet. Sort of, I don't know if you guys can really see it. I'll try and zoom the video in. But it's definitely wet up top. So maybe the feed's leaking, possibly. It seems very wet up top, so I can't see. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to check that Torx bolt to make sure it hasn't worked itself loose or anything, and then I'm going to go underneath. Right then, we have a whole array of issues. You can see there, the bolt has backed out the hot side. I'm not sure how, because I've done them up proper tight and I can't seem to get it to go back in. The lower actuator bolt is completely missing, and the bracket has somehow moved itself up onto the cold side housing. And yeah, it just looks wet everywhere. So I've inspected the thread on this one. I've had sort of a bit of a close. I got my phone in there. And I looked closer look. It looks like the thread's just dead. There's just nothing to screw into anymore. The threads are stripped. And I didn't over crank them because I know it's soft metal in it on the cold side, so I don't want to over crank it. So I don't know how this has happened. And as you can see, there's just fucking oil everywhere. I can't really see where it's particularly coming from. I've been trying to do this back up, but it just doesn't seem. I don't know if it's because the drain is in the way. It's stopping it from turning a bit, like. So I might have to take the return off, the old return off, to get into that, to do that side up, and that I don't know what to do about that. I could probably undo it from the top and move the bracket, but then I've got to take to get to the top bolt. I need to release the coolant feed, which it isn't the best because it's really crusty. So I mean, the core hasn't moved. It's not like I've looked at the gaps all the way around, and obviously the turbo's running fine. It's not catching anything. So I imagine if the core had moved, I'd know about it. It's just like, I can't believe this. What a fucking joke. Oh, right. I'm gonna see what I can do. Clean it all up. See if I can see. I think it's irrelevant at this point now. Whatever everything that's wrong with it, I think I'm just gonna buy a new turbo again, a complete new unit. But I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna clean it all up, and then I'm gonna make a decision. Right then, I've given it all a clean with brake cleaner. I cannot get that bolt back in for the life of me. It just won't go in. I can't get it to go in don't know if you can really see from this angle, but it's sort of on the piss a little bit, so it must be all the way out, and obviously the drain is stopping it from coming out anymore. But I can't get it to go straight to get it back in, and I cannot for the life of me get a socket down the back on that drain, and I don't have like a torque spanner to get in there really, so take the drain off. I managed to get the bracket back on for the cold side, and as suspected, the bolt, I've had a spare bolt, went to put it in, yeah, nothing. It just doesn't do it, just pushes in. So like I said, I sprayed it all off, so hopefully I can get sort of a clear idea where it's leaking from. But other than that, I think I've already made my decision in my head though. I'm gonna message KRS and buy a completely new unit, as I know my penny valve has got a slight crack in it, and obviously now with that bolt that's obviously knackered on the cold side now, obviously the threading side's buggered, and you know what I mean, I didn't over tighten that, guys. I didn't over tighten or under tighten anything on here. I did it all as tight as I could with a spanner. Obviously you can't get a torque wrench in there because there's no room, but I just did it as tight as I can, so I don't get why this has happened. And I didn't over tighten that before you, oh, you must have over tightened or not done it up enough. Listen guys, I did 100%. If you watch my video, it took me 2 days to do it. I took my time, so I don't understand how this has happened, but unfortunately it has. It's just one of the things, I think. So I'm gonna start the car now, let it idle for a bit, and then see if I can physically see where it's leaking from. Right then, I've had it running. There's a bit of smoke just obviously from all the brake cleaner, but it must be a minor weep that I can't see. I've had it running for about what, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Let it idle, and it's still dry underneath, and it's still obviously dry, like I just showed you, dry on top. So I don't know where it's leaking from, but it's irrelevant, isn't it? The turbo's being changed. I've just messaged KRS about having another stage 1 turbo, but obviously not just a call this time, where I've changed a lot. Obviously it's a ball out, so I've got to take it all off again, but I've done it before now, so I know, you know, I should be able to do it a lot quicker, and I ain't got to piss about with the core and rotating it, because I think that's what took me the longest last time to do it. But just taking the turbo off, should be able to do that in a day easily. You know, just Chris from KRS, he's about an hour and 15 minutes away from me, so I'll be a case of whipping the turbo off, taking it up to him and exchanging it. Only thing I'll worry about is can you guys just see it there, the coolant, it's not the greatest, the Torx bit. I'm hoping I can crack it, hopefully. Other than that, what I'll do is I'll just buy a new banjo bolt, as that's imagining what I'm probably going to need. So you see what I mean, like with a bracket for the actuator. But luckily there was enough movement in it to pull it off the turbo itself. But I don't know if that would have been affecting how the car was boosting, but I don't want to take it for mapping down the wayside and have the car not right, because it's just going to give me more issues on the day. So I am gutted, guys. I'm really disheartened. I'm proper gutted. It's just seems one thing after the next with this car in a minute. But hopefully it'll get there. I'll keep changing stuff, and you know me, I'll just plod on. I did it with the Corsa. The Corsa was a nightmare at the beginning. I remember when I first had that gave me a load of issues. It must be just a Vauxhall thing. But yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, don't kill me too much in the comments. I 100% done the bolts up and didn't over tighten them or didn't under tighten them, I promise you. And yeah, so stick with me guys. I don't know when the next video will be out. It just depends on how quick I can get the money together to buy another turbo. But yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.